Hi friends, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. This week you're learning all about the life cycle of a butterfly. And how do we get butterflies? Do they just pop up like magic? No, that would be silly. How do we get butterflies? That's right, they start from being a caterpillar. And what happens to them? They go through a lot of changes and then they become a butterfly. Do you know what all of those changes are called when a caterpillar goes through its changes and turns into a butterfly? It's a big word, metamorphosis. Can you say that with me? Metamorphosis. So those are all the changes that a little caterpillar goes through before it becomes a butterfly. And we are going to read a story first. We're going to read a Pete the Cat story today. And then we're going to do a little project, a little caterpillar patterns project. So for that, you're going to need a piece of paper. I'm using green because we're making a leaf. If you don't have green paper, that's okay. You can use white paper and you'll color your leaf green. So you'll also need some crayons or markers. And then boys and girls, I want you to use whatever you have at home. I'm using different color pom-poms to make my pattern. But if you don't have pom-poms, you can color your pattern with your crayons. Or if you have beads that are different colors that you can use to glue on, you can use beads. What else? Types of, let me think, what other things? If you have M&Ms that you want to glue on to make your pattern, you can use M&Ms, but we're going to use two different colors for our caterpillar. So have that ready. And then have a pair of scissors because we're going to be cutting out our leaf. And that's it. So paper, scissors, crayons, and then something to make your pattern. All right, now let's get those listening ears on and we will talk about Pete the cat and his cool caterpillar. So first we have caterpillars, right, boys and girls? And then they go through some changes. So let's see if we can see what those changes are about in this book. Pete the cat and the Cool Caterpillar by James Dean. Pete is on a bug safari. He and his friends are looking for bugs. How many bugs can they find? I don't know. Let's see. What type of bugs might they find? Callie spots a tiny black ant. It's building an anthill. Groovy, says Pete. Gus finds a round ladybug in the mint patch. It has 9 spots, says Gus. Nice, says Pete. So let's see, what bugs have they found so far? They found ants. Good, ants are on the left page. And what else? They found a ladybug with how many spots? 9 spots. Good listening, my friends. Let's see, what other bugs might they find? Marty sees a big black spider. It caught a fly, he says. Neat, says Pete. Where did that big black spider catch its fly? Where did it catch its food? In the net, that's right, in his web, his web. Pete finds a green caterpillar in the flower pot. I will bring it home to show Mom and Dad, he said. So we have ants, we have a ladybug, we have a spider, and now we have a caterpillar. And where did Pete find that caterpillar? Who can tell me? In the flower pot. Good listening. I wonder what else Pete might find with his friends. Mom helps Pete build a home for the caterpillar. They use a big jar. Dad puts lots of little holes in the lid for air. And Pete puts the caterpillar in the jar. Pete puts some leaves in the jar for the caterpillar to eat. He adds a twig for it to crawl on. So what did Pete put in the jar for the caterpillar to eat? Leaves, that's right. Good night, Pete, says Mom. Good night, Pete, says Dad. Good night, caterpillar, says Pete. So Pete has his caterpillar in a little bug jar. He gave it leaves to munch on and a stick or a twig for the caterpillar to crawl on. When Pete wakes up, the caterpillar is gone. Boys and girls, where did it go? Did it run away? It is not gone, says Mom. It did not run away, says Dad. Look. Oh my goodness. What do you see in the bug jar? Does anyone know what that's called? The thing that's hanging off of this branch over here? A chrysalis. That's right. What is inside the chrysalis? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see if those guesses are right. The caterpillar is inside there, says Mom. It's called a pupa. Will it stay in there for forever? Pete asked. No, says Dad. The caterpillar is changing into something new. What will it become? Says Pete. It's a surprise, says Mom. We must wait and see. What do you think, boys and girls, will come out of that chrysalis or that pupa? All right, we'll see if you're right. Pete waits. Callie came to visit. Did it come out yet? She asks. No, not yet. Do you think it takes a long time, many days, for that caterpillar to go through those changes, or do you think it happens really quick? It takes many days, that's right. So they have to wait and wait and wait. Pete waits some more. Gus comes to visit. Did it come out yet? He asks. Not yet, says Pete. Pete waits even longer, and Marty came to visit. Did it come out yet? He asks. Not yet, says Pete. Oh, how do you think Pete feels? A little sad, right? I think he wants that caterpillar to come out. He wants to see what's coming out of that chrysalis. I think he's tired of waiting. Pete waits and waits and waits. Let's count the X's on the calendar. The calendar over here at the bottom says M-A-Y. That spells May, which is the month that we're in right now, boys and girls. Let's see how many days Pete has been waiting. Help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. Show me 10 fingers. Excellent. Is that many days? Is that a lot of days? Yes, you're right. He's been waiting a long time. Then one day, something finally happens. The pupa starts to wiggle. Something is happening, says Pete. It wiggles some more. Everyone comes over to watch. The pupa cracks open. Something is coming out. What can it be? What do you boys and girls think it is? Okay, some friends are saying they think it's a wing coming out. Let's see what else comes out. a head pokes out, and then some legs, and then two colorful wings. Good guesses, boys and girls. The caterpillar changed into what? A beautiful butterfly. Wow, says Pete. The butterfly slowly moves its wings up and down. It's ready to fly. They take their jar to the park. Time to say goodbye, says Dad. Pete opens the lid of the jar. The butterfly flaps its wings. It flutters out of the jar and it lands on Pete's nose. That tickles, he says. Then the butterfly flies up into the sky. Bye-bye, butterfly. Let's find a new caterpillar, says Pete. Change is pretty cool. The end. You boys and girls were great listeners for that story. So tell me first, Pete caught a caterpillar and what happened to it? It ate some leaves, that's right. And then what did it do? It formed a chrysalis around its body, or what was the other word? A pupa, that's right. And what was happening inside that chrysalis or that pupa? Big changes, that's right, big changes. It was becoming a butterfly. So today we're going to make a caterpillar because before a butterfly is a butterfly, it starts off as a little egg on a leaf, and out of that egg hatches a caterpillar. So we're going to make our caterpillar munching on a leaf. And before we do that, we need to make our leaf. So grab your paper. I'm using green, but if you have white, you can use white. And you're going to draw a big leaf on your paper, boys and girls. You're going to draw it the best you can. So here's mine. I think it might be a little hard to see. Let me draw it in a darker color so you can see. Okay, here's my leaf. So do it the best you can. I made a little point at the top. And after you draw your leaf, you're going to cut it out. Remember, my helper hand is holding the paper, thumb on top. My thumb is in the little hole with my scissors, and you're going to stay on that line that you drew. We have our leaf. When you're done cutting out your leaf, hold it up for me, boys and girls, so I can see. Okay, here's mine. Nice cutting, everyone. And now leaves have veins on them. Veins are those squiggly lines that help the leaf get water. So you're going to take your green crayon and you're going to just draw some veins. So I drew one big line down the middle. And then you're just going to draw some little lines off on the side. So I drew a big green line down the middle and then little lines on the sides of the leaf. So those are the veins. Can you boys and girls see that? Okay. Now we have to make our caterpillar. So use whatever you have. If you're using crayons to make your caterpillar, that works. If you have pom-poms, that's what I'm using. If you have M&Ms, use whatever you have at home, and let's get started. So I want you boys and girls to pick 2 colors to make your pattern. We'll make an A-B pattern. So if you are drawing your caterpillar, you're going to take 1 crayon. So I'm going to do purple. Whoop. Let's see, I'm going to do a purple and an orange caterpillar. So I'm going to use purple and orange pom-poms. I think on my computer they come up bluish looking. But if you're drawing your caterpillar, you're going to draw one circle for the head and then color it in. Stay inside that circle, just like this. If you're using M&Ms, glue on one M&M. If you're using pom-poms, glue them on. So I have purple. The next color in my pattern is orange. So if you're using a crayon, you would draw the next color, a circle, color it in. So I'm drawing an orange circle. And I'm also going to show you what it looks like with pom-pom. So I have purple and orange. This is the beginning of my pattern. What do you think comes next in my pattern? Purple, that's right. So I'm going to draw another purple circle and I'm going to color it in next to the orange pom-pom. And then I'm going to put my pom-pom right on top. So I have purple, orange, purple. What comes next in my pattern, boys and girls? Orange, excellent. So I'm drawing another orange circle. I love your patterns. It's okay if your pattern is different from mine, as long as you follow the same rules. So one color goes first, and then you pick your second color, and then you have to follow the pattern. So after my orange, what comes next? Purple, orange, purple, orange, purple, excellent. I'm drawing another purple circle. Looks just like this, and I'm sticking my pom-pom on. And what do you think comes after purple, boys and girls, in my pattern? Purple, orange, purple, orange, purple, orange, excellent. You boys and girls are really impressing me with your patterns today. So I drew my orange circle. Now I'm going to stick on my orange pom-pom. So this is my caterpillar, but he's missing some legs. So I'm using my black crayon to draw some legs on my caterpillar, which are just little lines coming out of each circle. It almost looks like an upside down V. Just like that. And then I'm going to give him two antennas right above his head. So I drew a little line going up and a little circle on top. Here is my caterpillar. And his pattern is purple, orange, purple, orange, purple, orange. And he's hungry, just like Pete's caterpillar. And what do caterpillars like to eat? Yell it out. Leaves, that's right. So you are going to rip off on the side of your leaf a piece. And there is your caterpillar munching on the leaf. Because sometimes you'll see, if you go out in the garden, if you look around during the springtime and you look at those leaves, you might see that some of them are missing the tops or the sides. That's because these caterpillars are munching on them. They have to get big and strong before they turn themselves into a chrysalis. Let me see, hold up your caterpillars on your leaf. I love it. These are some great patterns I'm seeing. Great job, boys and girls. I love how everyone's pattern is different. Very awesome. Super cool. You boys and girls did a great job. Great job listening for the story. Great job making a leaf, cutting it, and making your caterpillars all by yourself. Now that it's springtime and the caterpillars are out, I want you boys and girls to go on a bug safari at home with your families and see how many bugs you can find. Remember, Pete found ants, a ladybug, a caterpillar, a spider. What else? Anything else? I don't remember. Maybe just those 4. So see if you can find 4 different types of bugs. There are many bugs we see in the springtime, right? Those are just some of them. You might find ants. Maybe you'll find a grasshopper or a cricket. So see what you can find and see if you can find leaves that are missing the tops or the sides of them. It might be a caterpillar in that garden. So keep your eyes open. Great job, boys and girls. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching.